I ordered some tea from Numi.
Goody, 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 goody. Okay, we got a T-Sac tea filters, size 2. That's going to be interesting. Yep. What is that? The tea brick?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to be having.
Aged Puerh tea brick.
Because I remembered that she got this, so I decided that that's what we were going to have. That is the Chinese or...
Chinese breakfast.
Okay, that's the Chinese breakfast.
Breakfast blend.
Yep, and the last one will be chocolate rooibos.
Indeed. So did we get a good selection here?
Oh, yeah.
I
So,
think
real quick, I just wanted to look at these T-Sac tea filters. There's 100 of them in here. And if you open it up...
So these are tea filters to make your own bags of tea out of your loose leaf tea.
That's 2 of them. Oh, wow. These are very thin.
Can you see my hand?
Woo! Okay.
All right.
So what you do is you put your tea into this little compartment where my fingers are, and then you fold this over and you have your very own tea bag made of actual good quality tea that was originally loose leaf.
So if you don't have a gaiwan or you didn't bring a tea strainer, maybe you could stick a little tea filter in there.
And that's the picture.
So this is compressed aged.
It's so official that it comes in a little
Puerh.
bag.
Look at that.
Oh, it's literally like a bar of chocolate.
Hand plucked, aged, and fermented, bold and earthy
No
Puerh brick from Yunnan,
Look at
China.
this. It smells so good.
Earthy.
Okay, I get one and you get one.
Place 1 square portion in 10-ounce teapot. To awaken sleeping leaves, fill pot halfway with boiling water.
Sleeping leaves?
Swirl for several seconds, then pour out water. Fill the teapot, cover, and steep to desired strength. Each portion may be steeped 4 times. Strain into your cup and enjoy.
Woo!
Recommended steeping time, first and second pot, 2 minutes, third and fourth, 3 to 4 minutes. Okay.
It looks like 100% dark chocolate, doesn't it?
So we're getting some boiling water to warm that up a bit. Because it is cold in here.
And it is compressed tea.
We love fermented tea.
It's so pretty.
It's just sort of dissolving in there.
Not unlike actual chocolate, actually.
So we're doing gaiwan here, gong fu, and can we pour that back in and try that again? That is just a mess. I don't want to do that. That's a whole lot of mess. Because all those leaves got in there.
Yeah. I didn't hold it quite tight as I should.
Yes. Shall we try that again?
Yes, we shall.
We love a good pu'er. Okay, so this smells fabulous. Earthy and rich. And dark. It tastes good. We love Numi pu'er.
It was only logical that we would get a brick. And it makes 48 pots of tea. So it says that it is compressed, rich, and malty fermented tea.
Extremely malty.
Oh, yeah.
My taste buds are on fire with maltiness here.
But a good maltiness and a good fire.
It says we can do this one 4 times. And why we didn't do it for as long as it says, because gong fu, you do it a little shorter with a little more in there, a little less water. Infusion number 2 of this delicious brew.
That way your tea always has a better flavor to it.
I especially love Emperor's Pu'er that Numi makes. If I had to be stranded on an island with a lifetime of tea, I would pick Emperor's Pu'er.
I think I might pick this.
The bricks would be easier to transport on the ship
yes.
that marooned you.
Yes.
Okay, if you were marooned on a desert island for years and years, which tea would you want with you? I pick Emperor's Puerh.
And which book characters would you like to be on the island too?
That would be the ones who could get me off. I want someone technically proficient and good at sailing. With a fine attitude and a lovely smell.
A lovely smell?
You want to be on an island with stinky people that you can't get away from? They should smell good.
Let's see. Who would I choose? Can we choose like an entire gang of people, or like how many people are we allowed?
I don't know.
to
This
take?
is your sport.
Well, however many people you want. Who would you take?
Noah. And
Who
but I
else?
need some gopher wood.
Who else?
His wife and children, and some animals. Lighter, less edgy. Yeah, just still very malty. Somebody from a book that I would take to a desert island. I want somebody who can get me off.
Okay, so
Wait a
not
minute.
Gilligan.
Are the Transformers the book? Because I feel like those giant robots
The
could walk through the
Transformers
ocean.
are not a book.
Okay. It should be a book without big old evil people who want to kill you, because I hate that sort of thing.
So that narrows it down by about.
So
5 million books.
mostly we're into romantic fiction now. Just a lot of people hugging and getting confused about each other.
Oh boy.
Can I just skip it? I don't want to be on a desert island.
Who would I take? I think I would take the characters from Cradle.
I believe she's reviewed that one. Have you reviewed that one?
Yes, I have. But I hate that review. I will review Reaper as soon as my dad and I are finished with it, which should be Sunday, which is 2 days away from when we're filming this. So look for Reaper soon.
Eventually.
But let's see.
So you didn't like your review because too much detail or not enough?
Not enough.
Merciful heaven, you should see what I edit out.
And then let's see, who would I take?
This is
Okay.
very, 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 very good. I like it.
I would take Ethan just because. Why not?
Guess you're going to have to watch that review and see what she's talking about. Is that the turtle?
No, that's Orthos, but I would take Orthos.
It would be very handy to have a giant turtle because he could swim you off the island. Okay,
Yeah.
I want the turtle.
Okay. Okay, so we're taking me and you,
And a turtle.
Orthos,
And
Ethan.
some Puerh.
Puerh, Ethan, Mercy,
Mercy. I need mercy.
because her mother is a really, really powerful woman, so that could be helpful.
She can get you off the island.
Yeah.
On this desert island, how are you going to brew your tea? That's the question.
I would heat up the water
How would you heat it up?
with a fire and a giant clay pot that I just happened to have in case I got stranded. If I'm actually stuck without magical people.
You've only got normal people.
Well, that's
You've
just
got to
boring.
brew the tea. So if you're on Gilligan's Island, those people are innovative. If I had to stay, I'm taking those people.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, they got bicycles and everything. And they either have 8 sets of the same clothing, or their clothing is just made of fabulous fabric.
Well, when was it filmed?
In the 60s.
I think that was when when fast fashion was not as popular, so.
Well, I don't think that any clothing is made to be worn 365 days a year for 15 years.
Yeah, but you know.
You know. Now, in the Bible, when Moses and the children of Israel wandered around for 40 years, it was miraculous that their clothes and their sandals did not wear out.
So maybe it was one of those situations. I don't know.
Perhaps that was Gilligan's miracle. But I have to say, if I was Gilligan, I would ask for a different miracle. Still very, very good.
This is caffeinated if you couldn't tell.
Plan ahead. Bad times are coming. Lay up stores of things you need, like food and fuel. Cream. Somebody asked me what cream we use. Land O'Lakes. Heavy creams. Skim milk. Mono and diglycerides, polysorbate 80, and carrageenan, which I think thickens it. It's made out of some kind of vegetable. So it's not just cream. But I'll just ignore those little additives because I want the cream. Funny how we tolerate things sometimes. You don't have to tolerate things.
Especially not when it comes to what you're eating. Well, what you're putting into your body altogether.
Wherever it enters your body, you don't have to tolerate things. Very attractive there.
They did not say that it would be the nicest looking thing on earth when they...
Why is this in my cup?
Because we're testing
Oh, I'm
out
brewing this in my cup.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me clean out these little bitty leaves and just see how efficacious this thing is.
Oh, efficacious.
Efficacious, that's
She's
a
getting
big
fancy.
word. I know all kinds of big words. Okay, so this is number 4.
Which is supposedly the last one. I'm not buying it.
Officially.
Officially. We don't care about officials.
So this little bag,
Let's see how good it does.
steeping into the water. Can you see the steam? Probably not.
No, you can't. But I can see it in real life. It is a lot of steam on real life.
If you can't see it, just imagine I Dream of Jeannie because it's doing that kind of shapely thing. Isn't that just like I Dream of Jeannie?
Yeah.
Okay, it does not come out as fast with this. But then again, you've sort of rolled it over. This reminds me of a wonton wrapper. Anybody know what a wonton wrapper is?
Isn't that something that Grandma and Grandpa used to have all the time? Like the...
Well, I used to buy them at the grocery store, but wontons, you take these little, very almost transparent membranes of dough, and you put some vegetables and chicken and things in between them.
Grandma had the vegetable ones.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she had one when she had the hooga
woogie?
the naga
Naga.
What grandma does every year?
Oyaka donburi?
Yeah, that.
So my parents were stationed in Japan in the 60s, and my father was a medic, and he would treat the people who were shot up in the Vietnam War. And then, so they were in Japan, and they ate a Japanese dish that my mother came to know as Oyaka donburi, which she said meant something like mother and child because it's made of chicken and eggs. So my brother went looking for donburi bowls, but they're not called donburi bowls. They're called katsudon bowls. So finally, when he made them understand, like, oh, you want katsudon bowls. Poor guy. Okay, I think it's finally done.
Yeah.
Much lighter. Infusion number 4 in the little bag. Now, this is the fourth and final because it's getting a little weak. So here's my beloved cream.
Yeah, it's starting to get weak, which I'm very
getting
sad
weak.
about. Because I like this.
I still have a nice mouthfeel. How would you describe this mouthfeel?
Delicious.
Warm. It's a nice warm mouthfeel.
It's like honey.
Mm.
Like honey just kind
Slightly
of coating
sweet.
your mouth, but not like the sweetness entirely of honey, but just like the texture.
Just so body. It's got body. Mm-hmm. I struggle with the concept of body.
Yeah, it's like your tea has a body? Okay then.
Never talk about its soul, though. So we like to play with our food. We recommend it to you, too. Of course, you're going to go down below and see what links we got for you and subscribe while you're there. And until we see you again,
make sure to make time for
tea and a good book.